Meow. In 2015, Blue 12 began working on the much anticipated Stray. This game has been in the talks for quite some time, and there's not many games you get to play as a cat in a dystopian cyberpunk future inhabited by robots where all humans are extinct. I mean, there's really none like that. I actually pre-ordered Stray last month and was very excited to play this game. The reviews on Steam were already overwhelmingly positive, and it's safe to say that this game is a hit. But I'm just gonna get something out of the way. I don't think it was that good. So please don't dislike this video because I'll explain why. There's so much I want to get into about this game, and in no way am I dismissing the fact that this game is bloody unique. The world design, fucking sexy. Cuteness level, over the roof. The characters and setting as a whole is great, and so is the concept, but 4 hours? I finished this game in under 4 hours. What the fuck? I wasn't even speedrunning. I've never completed a game this fast. Now, this will be a spoiler review because there's no possible way I could justify this game being average without going into the reasons why. There's a few things I want to get into with this game, and I can't really do that without spoiling certain plot points, and some pretty big plot points. I do want to say I definitely thought the concept was great and unique. So you play as a stray cat who's exploring with your siblings, and whoopsie daisy you fall down a really long hole to find yourself in an underground city with no way out. This place was designed for humanity to protect themselves from the outside, although it came at a cost of them being trapped down here forever. The visuals of this place and more places you find down here are fucking phenomenal. Graphics are beautiful, and I could run them quite well even while recording at 4K. There were some frame rate drops, but they were pretty rare, and this is surprising since this is just day one. This is day one that I was playing it as. The cat you play as is adorable, and the movements it makes are almost perfect to how a real cat would act like. So what did I dislike about this game so much that makes me say that it's only average? My main problem with this game is the idiotic characters you encounter who are absolutely helpless until you come along to hold their dick while they pee. I'm just going to lay out the big picture here. Some of these characters are 400 years old and they've been stuck in this position for what I guess is most of that time. Let's start with Momo, who's trying to build a transceiver to contact the outside world. He can't finish this transceiver because he lost his research notes, and he's on the brink of giving up completely. I found them in 10 minutes! 10 minutes I found them in. The doors to these places weren't even fucking locked. They were all abandoned buildings. The outside manifesto, the notes he's trying to compile, literally start with we must go outside at any cost. And as an original author of this book, you'd think he'd try.
Just a little bit. They weren't even that far away.
Anyway, you bring the notes. He fixes the transceiver and wants you to go to the top of this tower to communicate with the city. The journey here is actually quite fun. The vibe is definitely cool. You go up an escalator and insert the transmitter. Then Momo goes off to a bar which apparently has the best reception and makes contact with a long-lost friend who tells him the only way to get out of these slums are through the sewers. A dangerous place according to Momo, but he thinks if his friend can do it, so can you, and you get to work. This is where he brings up another character called Doc, who built a weapon against these Zerks. This Doc mentions a secret lab, and this is where it is assumed he's working on it. So you go to Seamus's apartment, who is Doc's son by the way. Here's where it just gets dumb. Seamus finds out there's a secret lab in his own apartment that the Doc created, and he doesn't help you find this. I found it in 2 minutes, probably less. There was a digicode behind a painting, and I found the number for it in 2 seconds as well. There were numbers that the small hand on the clocks were all pointing to in order right next to each other. So, it's not that this dude never found a secret code thing in his own one-room apartment. It's that he never thought to simply adjust the clocks to be the correct time. Or maybe, I don't know, sell 3 of the 4 clocks he has in his house. Anyway, then you find a tracker. The original use for this tracker is to keep an eye on Seamus, so he wants to reverse it to find out where his dad is. Does he help you find his dad? Does he help you find his own dad? I'm just going to give you some time to think about it. No, he doesn't help you find his own dad. He gets a stray cat to do that for him. He wants you to help find someone who's able to repair the tracker, and he doesn't even know anyone who could repair that tracker, even though he's been in this place for... Anyway, moving swiftly forward, you find out within 2 minutes that Elliot is the dude who can repair your tracker. Yippee! He can repair the tracker! Oh wait, no, he can't. He can't repair the tracker. Do you want to know why he can't repair the tracker? Do you want to know why he can't repair the tracker? He's cold. He can't repair the tracker because he's cold. He can't repair the tracker because he's cold. So you need to go and get some super detergent to trade with the merchant who gives you cables, and then you trade the cables for a blanket from an old lady. How about this, lady? You have a chance of getting out of these slums. I get the blanket. No, of course not. No, that's so stupid. I'll go get all of these things for you, lady. I'll go get all these things for you, lady. So you end up going to the sewers to find this doc, and end up in a pretty cool chase scene. Not gonna lie, this part was fucking fun. You find the doc, and he has no idea how to escape this place. You find the weapon people are talking about, but he needs enough power to use it. So you need to go to the generator to replace the fuse. You replace the fuse, and now you're able to get back to the village to reunite Seamus with his dad. His dad that didn't make any effort at all to fix this weapon that'll give him safe passage. The generator was like 50 meters away, not even. Like, come on, mate. This is your son, and you've been alone here to choose to stay inside this one house for what I can assume is like hundreds of years? Now you and Momo venture through the sewers in a magnificently designed area. When I compliment the visuals, I'm not being sarcastic. These places are gorgeous. Now you're off to find Clementine, who will help you reach the outside. There are wanted posters everywhere looking for this person, or robot, with police officers interrogating everyone about this individual. So what do? You go up to everyone and show everyone a photo of her with the address of her hideout on the back. You can also show this to someone being arrested because the officer thought this robot was Clementine, and the person being arrested says if you're looking for her, she's somewhere in the residence. And what does the police officer do? Doesn't even look at you, doesn't even give a shit. Anyway, you find her within 2 or so minutes, and she says she needs an atomic battery to power the subway to get out of this place. She says you'll be able to find someone who'll help you out, some gangster 2 Chainz looking dude. And this place again is pretty cool. You find him some worker clothes, and he carries you in a box to the site you need to be at, as there's heavy security around this place you need to get to. You get the battery, and you make your way back to Clementine's little hideout, but she's gone, and you need to track her down. How do you track her down? The most wanted robot in this small district. She leaves behind a note in plain sight saying, "I'm with blank, 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 and blank," and you need to find the other notes that finishes her sentence. So, there's security outside this apartment complex looking for this robot, and she leaves behind all these notes for them to find that details her whereabouts. When you find each of these notes that complete her sentence, you don't even go to the effort of concealing them from the police, but that's okay. It's okay. She hid away in a pretty hard to find area. She didn't go to like a nightclub or something like that. So after you go to the nightclub to meet up with her, you find out that you need to get a lever to the top floor. Pretty basic gamer moment. But where do you find this lever? Well, some guy called Fripp stole the lever from the DJ floor because he wasn't let into the VIP area, and he's willing to trade it to you for a drink because he doesn't want to be caught with it. So yeah, he doesn't want to be caught with a lever. He just stole while standing right next to the area he stole it from, while waving it around. Okay, eventually, you finally get to the VIP area where Clementine and 2 Chainz are hiding out. Then you come across to the crazy plot-twisting realization that Clementine's tied to a chair, hands and mouth bound. Wait, mouth? Yeah, there's a rope that's around her face that's muffling her yells, but you can clearly see that the speaker on her TV face isn't covered. I mean, you could have just put a fucking sticker over it or something. You turn around to find 2 Chainz set you up and wanted money for giving her in. So why didn't 2 Chainz just do that in the first place? I mean, he went to the effort of impersonating a construction worker in order for you to get that battery for her. But he doesn't even want the battery. He doesn't give a shit about it. He never talks about it. And now you're in jail. And how do you escape jail? You definitely wouldn't just swing side to side to break loose, because that hasn't been done in every video game ever. So after swinging side to side to break out of the cage, you're able to easily evade security, break everyone out, reach the subway, and B12 sacrifices himself to open the rooftop of the slums and get the trains to work again. And I'll say, this section of the game where the rooftop is opening up and you get a visual of the entire slums, it's pretty fucking beautiful. I literally just stopped and looked at it for about like 4 minutes. The last section of this game is done pretty well, but I definitely would have liked to see the cat reunite with his siblings when he came outside, or to find out that like a human was behind all of this at the very end. It would have been cool to see like a hideaway human or something, but yeah, this is all the story elements I didn't like about Stray, and I just thought everything was cliche and poorly written. This game was definitely a letdown by what I thought was an underwhelming and dumb story, filled with characters who don't know how to think for themselves and don't take any initiative. I still thought B12 was a cool character who helped out a lot and had a cool backstory of being human then turning himself into a robot. I thought the characters on the outside definitely looked cool and unique, but I was disappointed by the adventure in many ways. This could have been simply because this game was overhyped, and I pre-ordered it assuming it would be long and great, but for 4 hours, I'm really disappointed. 4 hours, even though I definitely got stuck in some areas for quite some time, and I was looking everywhere for like small collectibles and memories. My final verdict for this game is 4.5 out of 10. I actually think it's below average for what this game could have been. Such a good concept and world, definitely let down by dumb plot elements. Please write me hate comments down below and dislike this video if you think I'm crazy. I'd still be interested to see what everyone else's thoughts are. This is all entirely my opinion, and I don't think this is a hill to die on. Everyone's able to have fun in their own way, and I can definitely see the attraction to this game. But that's it for this video. I hope you have a great day, and as always, stay safe, stay sexy, stay humble. Kisses, kisses, mwah, 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 suck your nipple.